Hey everyone, it's WHM Brick Bros back with another video, and today we are back for our second week of building Mos Eisley battle between the droids and the Republic in Lego. So this is the beginning of the week. I actually, I should be getting in the base plates for it tomorrow, and what I'm just starting doing here is just starting to take apart all of the cantina here, destroy it, and sort it into piles over here. So this is kind of where I'm at, and right now we're just basically going to jump into a time lapse of me just sorting this. After that, we'll get into me laying out like the base plates. Once those come in, and then we'll get into some more stuff after that, where we'll just start like kind of planning out how it's gonna look and figure out where the walls are. But before we jump into that, please remember to hit the subscribe button, tap the bell icon below, and if you like this video, don't forget to leave a like on the video. Let's jump into it. Okay, so these are all the sorted pieces of our Mos Eisley mock. This took me, I'd say, me and my brother, I think 3 to 4 hours to sort, which is crazy. You will notice I did leave the bar intact because I do want to reuse some of the parts from that, and then a lot of these crates here. I do have like a pile of just some printed and stickered pieces, some of the bigger pieces. But it was actually not that bad. I actually didn't mind sorting this. Like, I can't stand sorting like a big bin of pieces, but this wasn't that bad. I have a ton of these, so those will be really good to just raise up. And then I actually have more angles than I thought I would, so that's really cool. And then some curves. Then right here, you'll notice that's just like a bunch of junk, kind of, in my opinion, not junk pieces-wise, but like kind of junk what would be on Mos Eisley, so that's just going to kind of lie around. Some bar stuff. I had tons and tons of 4s and 3ers. This is just kind of mixed up, and it didn't make a lot of sense because they could have used way more 6ers and 8ers and just like made this pile smaller. My theory is that it was designed by a designer who had just built something with a ton of tan 6ers and 8ers and didn't have enough of those, so they were just using 4s and 6s or 3ers. But this was pretty good. So this is what I have. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna jump on over. We're gonna get those base plates laid out, which should come tomorrow. So we'll get that in. And then we will basically figure out where kind of everything's going to go in general. Kind of put maybe some of the vehicles on to see how it's going to fit. And then go from there. Okay, so what I've done here is basically laid out all the base plates here and then started to plan it out and kind of started to work on it. So one thing that I did do was I did throw together this little like bar kind of thing. I extended this by adding this on and then extending this by a little bit. This is the original section, And then I messed around with this and played around with it, flipped it around kind of, and created this out of that. And I really like the way these look together. And then these will come in and sit right here. Now this is not exactly how it's gonna be. Obviously it'll be changed, flipped, you know. But that is the kind of like the general idea. Over here we do have the Jawa shop kind of area. And he has this little window here, which I really like that idea of. My brother built that part, and we just put in some minifigures there just to see how it looked. And then over here, I have placed in the ATTE. It takes up a lot more space than I was hoping, so I did actually add on some gray here, as you'll notice. Those are just shorter ones that I've actually cut in half. But what I'm doing is then covering it up with tan here, and then over here, it'll actually be the landing pad where this is, and I've started to plan that out. These really odd colored pieces are not going to be in the mall. So I'm actually going to jump in a time lapse of me just putting together this landing pad over here, and my brother will keep working on his shop over there. So let's get into it. Okay, so you just saw me basically build this entire platform, and now I've just set this on here. See how it looks? I think it looks really good. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I really like the one that I was able to include here. This is all just tiled off, so there's no snot. I was thinking about maybe doing snot for the one because I was worried it wouldn't work like this and it would feel too thick. I almost wanted to put it like that. But I decided on just doing it like this, keep it much more simpler. I'm not like the greatest Lego builder there ever was, and I think it looks really good. I also added in just these things were just kind of on the back side of Mos Eisley. I kept them whole and just threw them on there, and I really like the way that actually looked. And then this guy can come in and land, and I feel like it's just like the perfect amount of space for him. Not too big, not too small. So I'm really happy with that. The bar over here you'll see has not been moved at all. I haven't really done much with it. But coming around here, my brother is now finished with the Jawa shop. So I guess, well, that's what we're calling it right now because there is a Jawa in there. But it looks really good. We added some crates, a little crane mechanism up here that I just thought the Jawa would have, and then a little satellite dish. So then you can also lower the crane if you really want. It's not really meant for a play feature, it's more meant for just, you know, it's a mock, right? But it does have that little movability. The satellite dish I can position anywhere by turning it. And then down here we have these arches that were added in, and then we're starting on this next building. And right there you'll notice that is part of Delta Squad. I realized around back it was going to be too narrow and it just wouldn't look as good to put them there, but I really like the way this is looking. My brother added a ton of terrain and it looks really good. As you'll notice here, it's actually 2 plates up, and over here it comes up 1 and then 2 and then continues on at 2 all the way back, and I really like the way that looks. It looks so good. And then, yeah, then you would have Delta Squad back there in line, running out. I might change the way that looks because that just kind of doesn't look quite right, but we'll see. That's kind of the general idea. Again, just remember that there will be a wall here, so you'll only be able to look down on them, which I think is kind of cool with the arches, and almost kind of feels like a street or through the side. That looks really good. But that's gonna pretty much, I think, wrap it up for this week. I got a ton of sorting done. That was like a lot of work, so you saw 2 time lapses of that. All of those parts are sorted. So that was not a ton of fun, but a ton of work. And then coming back around, I got the landing pad, which was a lot of fun to work on. A huge pain though to find all these pieces. And then my brother did this, which just looks so good. So that's going to be about it for this week's video. This is Building Mos Eisley week 2, and I'm just about to wrap it up. So that's going to be about it. This is WHM Berkowitz signing off. See y'all guys next time.